In residential buildings, receptacles are required to be installed within 6 feet of the panel board, according to NEC 210.70. 1. This requirement applies to all residential panelboard locations, regardless of whether they are used for temporary power during construction or for permanent power. This regulation ensures readily available power for maintenance, testing, and troubleshooting of the electrical system. Having a receptacle nearby reduces the need for long extension cords, which can pose safety hazards. In contrast, there is no general requirement to install receptacles near panel boards in commercial buildings. However, it is important to note that some commercial panel boards may have specific requirements for receptacles based on the equipment or systems being served. These requirements should be addressed in the design and installation documents for the specific project. For example, a panel board that serves critical equipment such as fire alarm systems or emergency lighting might require a dedicated receptacle nearby for testing and maintenance purposes. Always consult the relevant electrical codes, standards, and project specifications to determine the specific receptacle requirements for each installation. Understanding these differences is crucial for ensuring safe and compliant electrical installations in both residential and commercial settings. Therefore, in residential settings, a receptacle is needed, while in commercial settings, it's only needed in certain situations. Consider the function and usage of the panel board. Is it serving critical equipment that may require periodic maintenance or testing? If so, providing a receptacle nearby could be beneficial. Consider the accessibility of the panel board. Is it located in a readily accessible area, or is it in a confined or difficult to reach space? If the panel board is not easily accessible, a receptacle nearby could make it easier to perform maintenance and troubleshooting tasks. Consider the potential safety hazards associated with using extension cords. If it is likely that extension cords would be used to power equipment near the panel board, providing a dedicated receptacle could help reduce the risk of tripping hazards, electrical shock, and fire. Always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer to determine the appropriate receptacle requirements for your specific installation. They can help you ensure that your electrical system is safe, compliant, and meets your needs. The NEC, or National Electrical Code, is a comprehensive set of standards for electrical wiring and equipment in the United States. It is published by the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and is updated every 3 years. The NEC is not law itself, but it is widely adopted by state and local jurisdictions as the basis for their electrical codes. The purpose of the NEC is to protect people and property from electrical hazards. It covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. Compliance with the NEC is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems. Article 210 of the NEC covers branch circuits. A branch circuit is the circuit conductors between the final overcurrent device protecting the circuit and the outlet or outlets. This article provides requirements for the types of branch circuits permitted, the number of outlets allowed on a circuit, and the sizing of conductors and overcurrent protection. Section 210.70 specifically addresses lighting outlets required. It mandates that at least one wall switch-controlled lighting outlet be installed in habitable rooms, kitchens, and bathrooms. It also specifies requirements for lighting outlets in attics, underfloor spaces, utility rooms, and hallways. The specific requirement for receptacles near panelboards in residential occupancies falls under this section, emphasizing the importance of readily accessible power for maintenance and troubleshooting. The NEC also addresses receptacle spacing in dwelling units to ensure that no point along the floor line in any wall space is more than 6 feet, measured horizontally, from an outlet in that space. This is to minimize the use of extension cords. The NEC also includes requirements for ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection in certain locations such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. GFCI protection is designed to protect people from electric shock by detecting ground faults and interrupting the circuit. Arc fault circuit interrupter, or FSI, protection is also required in many areas of the home. The sides are designed to protect against fires caused by arcing faults, which can occur when damaged or deteriorated wiring creates a spark. In commercial buildings, the NEC provides guidance on various aspects of electrical installations, including wiring methods, grounding, overcurrent protection, and equipment installation. However, unlike residential buildings, there is no general requirement for receptacles to be installed near panel boards. The design and installation of electrical systems in commercial buildings often involves more complex considerations than in residential buildings. Commercial buildings may have a wide range of electrical loads, including lighting, HVAC, machinery, and data processing equipment. The electrical system must be designed to accommodate these loads safely and efficiently. The NEC also addresses emergency power systems in commercial buildings. Emergency power systems are designed to provide backup power in the event of a power outage. These systems are often required for critical facilities such as hospitals, fire stations, and emergency communications centers. The selection and installation of panel boards are critical aspects of electrical system design. Panel boards are used to distribute power from the server's entrance to various branch circuits throughout a building. They provide overcurrent protection for each circuit and allow for easy control and maintenance of the electrical system. When selecting a panel board, it is important to consider the anticipated electrical load, the available space, and the environmental conditions. Panel boards are typically rated for a specific voltage, current, and interrupting capacity. The interrupting capacity is the maximum fault current that the panel board can safely interrupt. The installation of panel boards must comply with the NEC and other applicable codes and standards. Panel boards must be properly grounded and securely mounted. The wiring connections must be made according to the manufacturer's instructions and the NEC. Regular maintenance of panel boards is essential for ensuring their continued safe and reliable operation. Maintenance tasks include inspecting the panel board for signs of damage, tightening connections, and testing circuit breakers. It is also important to keep the panel board clean and free of debris. In summary, understanding the NEC requirements for receptacles near panel boards is crucial for ensuring safe and compliant electrical installations. While receptacles are generally required near panel boards in residential buildings, the requirements for commercial buildings may vary depending on the specific application and local codes. Always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer to determine the appropriate receptacle requirements for your specific installation. Remember to consider the purpose of the panel board, accessibility, and safety when deciding whether to install a receptacle nearby. Staying informed about the NEC and other applicable codes and standards is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems. Consider the environment in which the panel board is located. Is it a damp or wet location? If so, a weather-resistant receptacle may be required. Think about any potential obstructions that could block access to the receptacle. Ensure that the receptacle is easily accessible for maintenance and troubleshooting. Finally, consider any future needs that may arise. Will additional equipment be added to the panel board in the future? If so, it may be wise to install a receptacle with a higher amperage rating. Consider the voltage requirements of the equipment that will be powered by the receptacle. Is it 120 volts or 240 volts? Choose a receptacle with the appropriate voltage rating. Keep in mind that the NEC is constantly evolving to address new technologies and safety concerns. It is important to stay up to date on the latest code changes to ensure that your electrical installations are safe and compliant. Many jurisdictions offer continuing education courses for electricians and other electrical professionals to help them stay informed about the NEC and other relevant codes and standards. In addition to the NEC, other codes and standards may apply to electrical installations such as the International Electrical Code, or IC, and the National Electrical Safety Code, or NESC. These codes and standards provide guidance on various aspects of electrical safety and design. When working on electrical installations, it is important to follow all applicable safety precautions. This includes wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as gloves and safety glasses, and energizing circuits before working on them. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and others. Consider the type of receptacle that is most appropriate for the application. Common types of receptacles include standard duplex receptacles, GFCI receptacles, and USB receptacles. Select a receptacle that is compatible with the equipment that will be powered by it. It is also important to consider the amperage rating of the receptacle. The amperage rating should be high enough to handle the load that will be connected to it. Consider the mounting height of the receptacle. The NEC specifies minimum and maximum mounting heights for receptacles in certain locations. The mounting height should be chosen to ensure that the receptacle is easily accessible and does not pose a tripping hazard. Ensure that the receptacle is properly grounded. Grounding is essential for protecting people from electric shock. The grounding conductor should be connected to the grounding electrode system in accordance with the NEC. Remember that electrical work should only be performed by qualified and licensed professionals. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. A qualified electrician will have the knowledge, skills, and experience to perform electrical work safely and in accordance with all applicable codes and standards. When in doubt, always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer. They can provide you with expert advice and guidance on all aspects of electrical installations. Ignoring electrical codes and safety precautions can have serious consequences, including electrical shock, fire, and even death. It is important to take electrical safety seriously and to follow all applicable codes and standards. Remember that electricity is a powerful force, and it should be treated with respect. By following these guidelines, you can help ensure that your electrical installations are safe, compliant, and reliable. Always double-check your work to ensure that everything is properly connected and installed. A thorough inspection can help identify any potential problems before they become serious. After completing an electrical installation, it is important to test the system to ensure that it is working properly. This includes testing the receptacles, circuit breakers, and other components. By testing the system, you can verify that it is safe and reliable. Regularly inspect your electrical system for any signs of damage or deterioration. This includes checking for frayed wires, cracked receptacles, and loose connections. If you find any problems, have them repaired immediately by a qualified electrician. Proactive maintenance can help prevent electrical problems from occurring in the first place. By taking care of your electrical system, you can extend its lifespan and ensure its continued safe and reliable operation. When replacing receptacles or other electrical components, be sure to use components that are listed and labeled by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories, or AL. Listed and labeled components have been tested to meet safety standards and are more likely to perform reliably. If you are planning a new electrical installation or renovation project, it is important to consult with a qualified electrical engineer. An electrical engineer can help you design a safe and efficient electrical system that meets your needs. They can also help you ensure that your installation complies with all applicable codes and standards. Remember that electrical work is not a do-it-yourself project. It is important to hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. A qualified electrician will have the knowledge, skills, and experience to perform electrical work safely and in accordance with all applicable codes and standards. If you have any questions or concerns about electrical safety, do not hesitate to contact a qualified electrician or electrical inspector. They can provide you with expert advice and guidance. By following these guidelines, you can help ensure that your home or business is electrically safe. Remember that electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. We all have a role to play in preventing electrical accidents. By being aware of the hazards and following safe practices, we can help protect ourselves and others from harm. In addition to the specific requirements for receptacles near panel boards, the NEC also includes general requirements for the installation of receptacles in dwelling units. These requirements are designed to ensure that receptacles are conveniently located and accessible to occupants. The NEC requires that receptacles be installed in all habitable rooms, kitchens, bathrooms, and hallways. The spacing of receptacles must be such that no point along the floor line in any wall space is more than 6 feet, measured horizontally, from an outlet in that space. This requirement is intended to minimize the use of extension cords, which can pose safety hazards. The NEC also includes requirements for the mounting height of receptacles. Receptacles must be mounted at least 12 inches above the floor, except in certain cases such as countertops and work surfaces. This requirement is intended to prevent receptacles from being damaged by water or other liquids. The NEC also includes requirements for the type of receptacles that are allowed in certain locations. For example, GFCI receptacles are required in bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. GFCI receptacles are designed to protect people from electric shock by detecting ground faults and interrupting the circuit. The NEC also includes requirements for the wiring of receptacles. Receptacles must be wired with conductors that are sized appropriately for the load that will be connected to them. The conductors must also be protected by an overcurrent device, such as a circuit breaker or fuse. The wiring connections to the receptacle must be made in accordance with the NEC and the manufacturer's instructions. Improper wiring can lead to electrical hazards, such as fires and electric shock. When installing receptacles, it is important to follow all applicable codes and standards. This will help ensure that the installation is safe and compliant. It is also important to use high-quality materials and components. This will help ensure that the installation is reliable and will last for many years. If you are not comfortable installing receptacles yourself, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. A qualified electrician will have the knowledge, skills, and experience to perform electrical work safely and in accordance with all applicable codes and standards.